Welcome to my Demio review video, and what I'm going to be doing here is pretty much giving you a nice features and demo walkthrough of Demio just so you can get a great idea about how they work and along with a lot of the simplicity that they have in terms of their overall software. First and foremost, if you are not familiar with Demio, or in case you didn't know, they actually come with a 100% free trial. I'll put a link down below, so if you click that, you can actually sign up for free and follow along with what I'm going to be doing. So not only will you have a great review, you'll know how to get your webinar up and running very quickly, which I'm going to show you how to do right now. So first and foremost, when it comes to events, I'm going to start with the standard one where it says allow people to choose an individual live scheduled session upon registration. So they call them standard. Another great way of thinking about it is a live webinar. Let's click on that. Since it's I am nights, isolated marking nights, I'm just going to put that and do continue. All right, so this is pretty much everything that you're going to be seeing when it comes to setting up your webinar. The good news is that it's very easy to do. You just follow through the steps in terms of the tabs that you see right here. First, you have summary, customize, share, and activity. Activity is going to be once you start setting up your webinar and people are coming through. So if you scroll down to the bottom of the page here, which isn't too far, you'll see that we can actually get started with scheduling the event for this. Pretty much you want to know when people are going to be able to sign up and so on and so forth. So let's click on schedule this event. And as you can see here, you have two options. Very simple. You can either do a single date and time, which is going to be a single session to occur at a preset date and time, or you can go with recurring times, which is pretty much going to be something that recurs on, a daily, weekly, or monthly schedule. When you go to do recurring times, you can do every day, you can do every week, or every month. I'll save that for the automated webinar, but first and foremost, let's go to single date and time. For example, if we want to select a day, I'm going to do way ahead. Actually, can we do years? Yeah, sure. Let's do 2050 just for the heck of it. And let's do January 6th, my birthday. There we go. And then we would just do add to event schedule. Just like that. Let's say this was going to be a live webinar. We want it at just this one specific time. Then we would do that. If you wanted it 2 more times, you could just simply add another date, add to event schedule, and you would be good to go. It's very simple when it comes to setting up your time. I pretty much just walked you through it. Another great thing about it is going to be blackout dates. So if you click on this, this is pretty much going to be the times when you don't want any webinars to happen. This is going to be more helpful when it comes to your automated webinars. For example, you could actually go through and find the major holidays, or maybe you don't want to do any webinars on the weekends. Maybe your auto webinar, maybe you realize that it doesn't convert that great on the weekends. Maybe people are doing their own thing. They're not looking for webinars. Maybe based upon your statistics and results, it's set to test or not test it. That's going to be completely up to you. So you can actually black out every specific day. So if you didn't want to do Saturdays and Sundays, you could click on that so your automated webinar will never happen then. Okay. Also, like I said, you can maybe do holidays if you want. So you could go in there, maybe do Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving, whatever it's going to be, specific dates like that. And of course, once you have them in there, just click on the confirm button and you would be good to go. So that's pretty much all it is when it comes to setting up your times. Very easy to do, as I just walked you through it. In fact, the first time I ever went to set it up, I did it, without needing any tutorials. And that's a really good sign when it comes to any type of software. Okay. Past sessions is obviously going to be your past sessions once the webinars already occur. Let's move to customize now. So under customize, we have a few different sections. First and foremost, we have registration, email notifications, room, event admins, general, and integrations. Let's start from the top, registration, okay? Because you're probably going to want to see what it looks like when it comes to creating a registration page. From this, we have a few different tabs. We have the customize registration tab, which I'll get to. You can edit the form field. So First name and email are required. They do have a GDPR checkbox, so that's great. They are GDPR compliant. You can add more fields there. Then we have settings where it says visible upcoming sessions. So how many do you want to show at once? That's going to be up to you. Okay, so the main thing here is going to be customized registration. Let's click on this. Okay, so first and foremost, when it comes to their editor, 1, it's very easy to use. 2, it's about as simple as it gets. If you love simplicity, like if you're a technophobe or you're not a tech wizard, you're going to love this. If you're looking for something that's super advanced, it's probably not going to be here, but that's a good thing. From all my testing I've ever done when it comes to webinars or just landing pages in general, stuff that is the most simple has always done the best. Always, almost every single time. I say always and I say almost every single time, pretty much 99%. I always go with simple stuff. I get it going, I get the results, and then I can split test from there, but it's always going to be simple landing pages. With that being said, here's what you can do. Starting off with a template, they only have a few, okay, unlike a lot of other, landing page builders that have tons. This is accent, you have gradient, and then of course you have background image if you want to utilize that, where you can upload it right there. But if you go to gradient, you can also change the color as well. Okay, branding is just going to be the logo. If you want to put your logo there, that's fine. If you want to delete it, that's fine. And this is how you change the color right here. Okay, very simple. Elements, this is going to be the most popular part. So you have your headline, subheadline, video, description, and of course featured presenters if you want to put it there. Like you can all toggle these on and off, so it's going to be completely up to you. So when it comes to a headline, you can say how to create your first profitable webinar without being a tech geek. Let's say that's what the webinar was all about. Okay, save headline, and it would be something just like that. If you wanted an extra sub headline before or under that, excuse me, you could say something like enter your information below, which is pretty much going to be a call to action to help you get some more registrations. Okay, enter your information below. That could be anything. That could be a feature. That could be a benefit. It could be a testimonial. That's going to be completely up to you. If you want to add a video, description, and featured presenters, that's also going to be up to you. Last but not least, you have social, which is going to be, before I click on this, it's pretty much if you're going to share your link on social media, it's like what picture do you want it to be, what's the title, what's the headline, and so on and so forth. So right now it would look something like this, but you can change your image, you can change the title, and of course the description so that it looks great, it's clickable whenever you share it to a place like say Facebook or LinkedIn or wherever else it's going to be. So all in all, it's very easy to set up. Like I said, it's not super advanced, but I think that's a good thing. I've used a lot of other different software platforms when it comes to landing pages. The more simple, the better. Okay, so let's click on save and close. I'm not going to go too crazy when it comes to this. We looked at these when it comes to the edit forms and settings. That's fine. So I'm just going to click done. Next, email notifications. Okay. The good thing about this is they have a lot of flexibility. So the more notifications you can send, overall, probably the more registrations, or not registrations, the more people are going to actually show up to your webinar. Obviously, you don't want to send a ton of them because, there is a limit between sending enough and sending too many. That's going to be up to you. But what I like about Demio is that they have pretty good flexibility when it comes to sending emails. First and foremost, once they, register, they're going to get an email. They can get it 24 hours before. They can get it 1 hour before. They can get it 15 minutes before. And of course, replay follow-ups if you're going to be having a follow-up. All that's going to be completely up to you. And of course, you can click on the edit email section to edit these and, do whatever you want there. So that's pretty self-explanatory. Let's hit done with that. Room is going to be another important one. This is going to be if you have any specific things when it comes to, polls, handouts, call to action buttons. If you're selling something, that's important. Let me go here and I'll show you that real quickly. So when it comes to resources, if you have a poll, you want to ask a question. Did you learn a lot from here? What's the most valuable thing you learned? Do you have any questions? Whatever it's going to be, you know how to do polls, right? Handouts, okay, maybe you're giving out a cheat sheet, a PDF, stay till the end and you'll get all of the show presentation slides. It could be something like that. And of course, the featured action is going to be very important. This can be something that's going to be going to say an order form. If you're selling something, you're definitely going to be using this. This could be the title. The link would go to your page where you're going to be selling something. And of course, button text would be like click here to continue, click here to check out, click here to buy now, whatever it's going to be. And of course, you can upload an image, which is very easy to do. And then you would click on add resource. Okay. Presentation material. So this can be upload presentation slides or video. If you click on the add a material button, you'll see here that once again, you can do presentation slides or video. Once again, this is just giving it a name, uploading it right here, and that's about it. Okay, you have a file size of up to 250 megabytes, which is pretty good for that. Okay, last but not least, you have settings. Do you want your chat to be public or private? When it's public, whenever someone types, everyone can see it. When it's private, whenever someone types, only you can see it. There are going to be pros and cons to that. For example, when it's public and people see a lot of messages going on, it makes it look like there's a big audience, everyone's engaged, you can kind of build up the buzz, so to speak. Or if you want private, where you just don't want anyone to seeing anything because it might distract them, that's going to be up to you and how you want to do that. But Demio does give you that opportunity to choose which one you want. Okay. Then, of course, event admin is very simple. It's just you, your email, your name, so I don't need to go there. General is going to be, once again, very similar, your time zone and your language. And, of course, you have integrations, okay? So in case you were curious about the integrations, allow me to show you the ones that they have in 1 second, okay? Okay, so as I highlight over these, and I know pretty much what most of them are, Zapier, then you have Infusionsoft, Aweber, Ontraport, MailChimp, should be GetResponse, ActiveCampaign, ConvertKit. This is, I forgot that one, Drip, and Market Hero. Okay, so if you don't see an email autoresponder that you have, don't fear. There is always Zapier. Zapier hooks up to so many different things, so that's pretty much like a Swiss Army knife when it comes to connecting software, especially to email marketing, so you can always implement that as well. But they do have a lot of the big and popular email marketing tools that you can kind of hook up to Demio. Okay. So that is the last setting when it comes to the customization, is the integration. So if I scroll up, and this is going to be the link right here that you can share with everyone, okay? Here is your event registration link. You can share this link with people so they can register for your event. Very easy to do, okay? So that's about how easy it is to create a live webinar, okay? Obviously, you don't need any video because when it's live, the video that you do is going to be created once you're done, okay? So let me move on to the automated webinar section. I'm going to go to events, and once again, just create a new webinar so I can show you how it's done with that. This one will be a lot shorter, in fact, too. Okay, so here we are in the same section again when it comes to the events. Keep in mind, they do have the series, which keeps people registered across a group of live scheduled sessions. I'm not going to cover that one. It's pretty self-explanatory when you get a good idea of what it's about from that description. So I'm going to go on automated, and this is, I know, is music to a lot of marketers' ears. Pretty much where you have a pre-recorded webinar, and it just runs automatically in the background, so you don't need to be there to engage the audience. You don't need to keep giving a presentation. You don't need to keep losing your voice like I do sometimes when I do a lot of talking in videos, but either way, let's click on automated. Okay, let's just do automated webinar. And what you need to do is simply just drop a file to upload, or click the button below, or I can select from my library down below. I already uploaded a very quick video because I didn't want to wait around, to upload a longer one. So I'm just going to click on that one. Okay, it's there. If it wasn't there, you would just upload it and continue. Okay, so this is actually very similar when it comes to creating a live webinar and an automated webinar. This is very beneficial because you don't have to learn too many things. Okay, aside from these webinars being different types of webinars, the only difference right now is the fact that I uploaded a video to the audit webinar section. There's also going to be another small difference. Okay, let's do schedule. For this, let's say we're going to want to do recurring. Let's say we're going to do every day starting at 12. And of course, blackout dates. This is going to be more helpful. Let's not do it on the weekends and hit confirm. Okay. And then we have this, sure, every day, pretty much Monday through Friday. Let's add to event schedule. Okay, now something that's going to be different that the live webinars doesn't have is going to be on demand. On demand is really cool, and all you need to do is just click on to utilize this. And on demand is pretty much whenever someone arrives at your webinar, they can join and watch the webinar right away. So this is a really good feature when it comes to getting the most amount of not only registrants signed up, but watching your webinar, because they don't have to wait, say, a day or 15 minutes or 30 minutes or an hour or whatever it's going to be in terms of the live webinar when it normally has to start, or even an automated webinar. Plus, what makes it cool is that you can actually add the on-demand option as well with using the sessions that you have right here. So you can actually combine both of those, which is pretty cool. Okay, so we have all these days here where it's going to be happening, and of course past sessions, and of course we have on demand. So that's pretty much how we set up the summary. And the cool thing, everything else when it comes to this is going to be identical. We have a registration page, we have the email notifications, we have the room, we have the event admins, we have the general, and of course we have the integrations. Once again, your share button is going to be right here where you can share your link. Let's say maybe it's going to be affiliates, your email subscribers, maybe you're going to be putting on social media, maybe you're going to be running ads to it, whatever it's going to be, that's where you get your link. Very similar to the other option when it comes to a live webinar. So there you have it. That was my Demio review and features demo of this both live and automated webinar software. If this is something that you are interested in, I certainly recommend. I do love it for the fact that it is very simple. There's not a lot of really advanced stuff going on, and I think that's perfect. If you are looking something that for super advanced software, I don't think Demio will be it. However, there's not usually as many people who want the best of the best in terms of advanced, because when you get into that stuff, it usually starts to get a little bit more technical. There's more technical hassles, so to speak. If you've ever used software that was hard to figure out, I think you know what I mean. This is not one of those softwares. Like I said, it's very easy to figure out, and that's why I like doing a lot of my reviews as kind of demo and feature walkthroughs, just to show you how simple it is to get set up from pretty much start from A to B. You have your links, you know how to get them, you just got to send traffic to them, and of course, do your webinar, convert your webinar, but that's going to be on you and your marketing, of course, right? So I want to say thank you for watching this Demio review. If you were thinking about getting it, it's definitely worth it, especially for the fact that they are priced very right. I believe their beginner plan starts around $49 a month. And of course, it goes up from there depending on how many attendees you're going to be needing. Once again, last but not least, I will put a link down below. Simply click that. You can get a free trial for this, 100% free, just to test it out and make sure that it's going to be perfect for you. But aside from that, I want to say thank you for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed Demio as much as I did.